It's pretty off-grid. Tarmac ran out about an hour ago. Mud and wheelchairs do not go well together.
How the hell is this gonna work?
Might just have to grab you and throw you on there.
I'm Niall Strawson, a researcher on Animal Impossible, the wildlife and adventure series produced by BBC Studios' Natural History Unit, and a full-time wheelchair user. I'll be taking on a series of fast turnaround shoots in remote and difficult locations.
Okay. 1, 2, 3. Okay.
How was that?
Easy.
Okay, what does a researcher on a show like this do anyway?
So the role of a researcher is kind of to find stories, make contacts, setting up shoots, and then handling logistics when you're on location and assisting the crew. It can be a physically demanding role for anyone, especially if you're having to carry a lot of kit or fetch props during the filming. You can be running back and forth all day.
The desk space stuff I've got covered, but away from the office I do have extra needs. Just 2 things really, the right kit and an extra pair of hands. Like a runner who can help me get around and lend a hand with the physical stuff.
Good one.
How does the production afford these extra costs?
Working with a researcher in a wheelchair doesn't actually cost the production any more money. Thanks to Access to Work, which is a government scheme which provides funding to enable disabled people to carry out their work. And this can be in the form of a support worker or extra equipment.
Okay, the costs of kit and an extra team member are covered.
See you later. Travel later.
But what about actually getting around?
I just want to get out and see and do things. It's going to be super fun.
So this couldn't get any better. I've literally not even out of the vehicle and I've been given a kitten. I mean, look at this thing.
It's actually pretty straightforward, but you do have to think ahead.
If I take my cushion apart, this bit here is super squishy. And so I sit on that. It means I don't get a sore bum.
We'll be doing planes, buses, 4-wheel drives. And when the road runs out, we'll improvise.
We're going to go for a ride. I wanted to go on horseback. It's proof point. So when people say it's going to be a bit difficult or it can't be done, this is proof of point that anything can be done. I mean, to be fair, I'm not galloping, but that's tomorrow, right, Kyle?
That's tomorrow.
Right, okay, cool.
One of the toughest trips for all of us was a day-long tractor transfer into the middle of the Costa Rican rainforest.
Okay, keep doing up, more.
It was tough, but I was able to get in there and do my job.
I found one.
Yes, you did.
Yeah.
Nice work.
As a researcher, I need to be around the camera as much as possible so I can respond to what's needed.
I'm sitting on a hay bale. I've got quite a few. The horses are about to charge behind the guys, so now I'm sat on the corner of the pickup. I can get to places that you might not think I would be able to get to, look, hands-free, not falling over. So yeah, it's kind of cool, right?
The one thing my normal wheels really struggle with is thick mud. So we picked up an extra piece of kit. So that's the research station where we're staying. And it took us about 5-10 minutes to get down here. It would have been possible, but a lot harder in my standard off-road kit. So this wheelchair actually makes it way easier, and it will get me to places that I can't get to otherwise. Animal Impossible moves fast. We need to get a lot done in a lot of locations. So am I slowing the team down?
I just thought, it's really run and gun, and how's it all going to work? And then after the first 10 minutes, I felt really stupid in myself because of how absolutely normal it is.
If I was totally honest, I thought it might slow us down a bit, and it just wasn't really like that. It didn't seem like that at all.
It's been no different to any of the other productions.
And there may be some surprising benefits of having a wheelchair user on board.
So having a wheelchair user on the team does something really interesting to teamwork within that team, because even the simple things like getting to location are slightly more complicated. So the team have to work together a little bit more. So their teamwork is dialed right up before they've even got the cameras out. So that unit is functioning much more effectively.
There were inevitably moments when access issues just didn't work out. There's been a lot of action down there, and we, given like the timings and everything, I've had to be up here. This did on occasion leave me feeling isolated from the crew, but maybe this is just the reality of being a researcher.
So quite a lot this year, I was on shoots where we had lots of things going on at once. You can find you're not with the crew at all because you're having to run around and do other things while they're filming.
On the other shoots before this, a lot of the researchers have missed the action or the moment or the fun bits because they're doing other stuff, and that's the job, I guess, isn't it?
This is where someone like me, who always dreamt of being in these places before I was in a wheelchair, to now be here doing it feels like a massive achievement. What this year on Animal Impossible has taught me and the rest of my team is this.
David, come here.
There may be reasons why having a wheelchair user on location doesn't work.
Oh, hello.
But logistics, speed of working, or cost, those aren't three of them. If you say it's not going to work, then it won't. But if you actually want it to happen as a wheelchair user and as a production, then it can.